Hello, I just wanted to let you know that the original painting I make in this video is actually for sale right now on my Etsy, as well as 350 limited edition signed prints of this piece. Again, up on my Etsy, I will leave it in the description down below. Hello there, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. So, I've fallen for the trap. I've fallen for the trap of jelly gouache. I don't really know what to say about it other than I've seen many artists on YouTube use it over the last couple of years. I reckon it's a gimmick, like jelly gouache. Just sounds weird. But at the same time, I'm like, it looks satisfying, you know? It just looks like, ooh, little containers of gouache. And the name, like, ooh, jelly. Like, it's stupid. It's just the name makes it sound more interesting than it actually is, I think. This is so heavy. I mean, literally, it's like a cinder block. And I'm gonna make some artwork with it because I had an idea of something I want to try making. A few years ago, I made a digital painting of a little girl playing cards with a bunny rabbit based on like a childhood book I used to love, called The Faraway Tree. It was an original painting that I did, and it was one of my all-time favorite original pieces, and I really would love to recreate it, but like, physically. This one is called Yellow Teeth. Okay, thank goodness for that. Satisfying. It's all over my fingernail. Seriously? How the heck? I'm literally sweating right now. So we are going to be recreating this piece today. I think I already did say that. And basically, I thought it would be really fun to revisit that piece. I did. This was a digital painting I did in Photoshop in 2018, I think. I can't read the date. Yeah, 2018. So for this art, I'm going to be using my staple brushes from my brush line, Artistic Bear Co. You might think that's a lot of brushes. You'd be correct. And no, I'm not going to be using all of them. These are just the ones I keep back for myself once I've quality controlled the ones that are sold. These are the ones I'm actually going to be using today, the full set. And I'm really kind of excited because this is the first time I can actually show you me using them on a proper full canvas painting. I kind of want to eat it. Anyone else? No? Okay. So the goal here is to improve on what I did 4 years ago whilst using a completely different medium. You know, gouache isn't acrylic paint, but it's pretty close. I use it like it's acrylic paint. You can basically just reactivate it with water when it dries out and has a nice matte finish to it. So I just like to use it like I do a regular acrylic. And since I have a bad habit of keeping the lids off of my paint and it dries out, gouache is probably a better medium for me. But here we are. This is fine for now. In the last 4 years, I have learned a lot more about colour too, so I kept that area closer to the sun, a little bit warmer green, versus like further away in the shadows, I decided to be, ooh, nice cool bluer green. You know, this was kind of lacking in my original, I feel. This was sort of my first time really trying out a proper landscape painting. So today's video is kindly sponsored by BetterHelp. And right now, I will be honest with you, I am struggling mentally right now. I don't talk about this on my channel really, but I am struggling a lot, and BetterHelp is a fantastic resource. And with BetterHelp, you can access their network of over 20,000 licensed therapists, which is not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it is a professional therapy done securely online. And basically, BetterHelp will help assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. And if you've ever searched for a counselor in your area, you know it can take weeks or even months just to get a phone call back. With BetterHelp, you can actually start communicating in as little as 48 hours, and it is available for clients worldwide. So you can basically log into your account anytime and send a message to your therapist. And in 2022, I'm setting a new mental health goal for myself. I really want to try and be more mindful in the moment and also just take time for myself. You get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room, which is the case with traditional therapy. And BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change your therapist if you really are not kind of vibing with the one that you have. It is more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. I can attest to the fact that it is cheaper. BetterHelp just wants to help you start living a happier life today. So visit betterhelp.com/ChloeRose. That's better, H-E-L-P, and join over 2 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. You deserve to prioritize your mental health this year, so get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/ChloeRose. And thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. In the last 4 years, I have learned a lot more about colour, so I kept the area closer to the sun a warmer kind of yellow-green, whilst further away in the shadows, I decided to really make an effort to make it a cooler bluer-green. And this was really lacking in my original one, I feel. And the original really was my first proper attempt at doing a landscape painting. And that's when I really fell in love with just making things like that. The quality of these paints, for the price, they're really nice. They do need layering a bit with some colours, I will say, and because they are gouache, even once it's sort of dried, if you add any water to it, which I do a lot, I always add a lot of water to my pieces, that's how I really try and blend them, it kind of pulled it off a little bit in certain spots, which wasn't the best look, but I did my best with it. I also didn't even use a palette for this whatsoever, because the amount of colours in this set meant that I could literally just take the colour I wanted and put it straight on the canvas, and anything I wanted to mix, I just mixed straight on the canvas, because it was just there, it was ready. I didn't really need to mix much, but what I did mix was just easily done on the canvas. I decided to leave it till the next day because it was starting to get late and all I could see was green at this point, and yikes, I did panic a little bit until I remembered that this was gouache, so I could just, you know, spray it with water and it would be fine again. Anyone else use their canvas as a table, or am I just weird? My boyfriend likes making pie and I'm a big fan of it, clearly. I won't lie, I was a bit worried about painting this girl because she was very small. On the digital painting, you know, I could just zoom in on her face. Can't really do that now, and I've never really liked painting tiny details. At this point, she just looked like a Lego man for a bit. She started to kind of look like she had lip fillers, which for an 8-year-old is not really a good look. So this piece, I am really, really proud of it, I will say. It took me a really long time, and this is why I don't make art in all of my videos. And people I get some comments every now and again criticizing me for not making art in every single video, but genuinely, I would not be able to upload weekly to make this kind of artwork. Hi, my name is Chloe. I do make art, in fact, and every so often you will see me make pieces like this. I just can't do them every single week because my brain will it will not work and I'll get burnt out. So I have to kind of break it up a little bit. And yes, once again, this original painting is for sale up. I also have limited edition prints available for you to check out. And in the future, I'm definitely going to have this painting on some of my products over on my brand website. But yeah, for now, this is how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much once again to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. It does mean a huge amount. Make sure you check them out in the description down below. And for now, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.